Would not our time be better spent hunting half-breeds?
Patience, Marquis.
This world again. Patience. Always patience.
So for me personally, games have this attachment that comes from the interactivity, the immersion that you have. But oftentimes graphically, we have a tendency to make things too clear, too crisp, too clean. The reason why we adhere to the filmic, cinematic side of things is that we are so used to seeing movies in a way that the real world is not. Like movies depict the real world in a stylized way, even if it's a real movie with no special effects. And that's because on stage, sometimes you over-create atmosphere in so many ways. There's dust in the air. When a light shines, actually there's a halo effect around the light. And you don't often see that in the world unless you are actually in a dusty room or something like that. But that immersion, we expect it now out of movies. The depth of focus that you get on certain lenses that you use, on certain lenses when you shoot like an over-the-shoulder conversation between two characters, you totally expect it. But in games, we have a tendency to actually have both characters kind of crisp. There's a little bit of a blur, but not really that far that it's dramatic. The reason why we adhere to that is that it was interesting to take these things that people accept now in movies and not only accept, but expect in movies. If it wasn't there now, people would go like, wow, that was strange. That's not what I'm used to. They couldn't tell you why, but they could definitely see that something's missing. Now, funnily enough, after showing what we showed today, somebody actually asked me earlier, like, oh, you know what? I don't know why, but I felt like this was more immersive or there was more filmic. And I think I get why it's more filmic, but I don't understand the details of why. And that's the whole goal. We don't want to delve in the detail. We don't want to delve into explaining every single thing we do, but we do want people to go, oh yeah, no, I get it. The only tricky thing about that is that from cinematic to gameplay, that's a whole other beast. How do you make those same cameras work in actual gameplay when you need to shoot somebody who's 5 meters away from you or 20 meters away from you? How does the focus work and how does it rack, And it does work. We've actually come up with cool ways, and the design team actually and the design director actually had great ideas about how that's going to work. And it's awesome. It keeps that cinematic feel going throughout the game.